double talk like a liar. Truth has come, set you on fire.
I'd never done a musical before, and John had never done a musical before, and he came down to see me, and we just kind of looked at each other and said, this is something really new. Let's edge out on a limb a little bit and try something.
Steve is really in charge of the story. He has much better ideas about the story than I do, but we found out almost by accident that Steve was telling the story and I was doing the character development through the songs. You know, I don't know that we ever really discussed that, but it came to our attention pretty early on that, well, the songs are talking about the people and how they feel, and Steve's story is moving it forward.
How am I going to collaborate with a songwriter, and where did the songs go? It became a real kind of like negotiation back and forth, and because we get along, it worked.
I've seen that flask in a year more.
We did it all kind of ways. Sometimes we would do it over the phones. Quite honestly, when we started, we were doing it over fax.
We were, yeah.
We were faxing stuff. I don't think the internet had even been invented yet.
It had been, but we didn't really know how to use it.
Heaven has turned me away, so I can't get on my knees. I keep on searching for the good old days, but it looks like darkness is here to stay. Whoa, whoa, put me in the ground.
John did the research. He found some True Detective magazines from the 40s and told me some stories, and I made the rest of it up. My idea about research is as little as possible.
My favorite thing that I asked Steve when I first met him, I said, so Steve, do you do an outline when you write a book? He goes, not since college, and they made me.
Yeah.
You stink of beer, sweat, and pot. Well, that's the smell of rock and roll.
Here it goes. Do they have the record company show up?
I think his books surprise him as much as they do the reader.
Stay here while my girl finds that girl anymore, man.
John's cabin was in Indiana, and we kind of agreed that it would be great where it's a kind of a gothic story if we set it in the South with a feel of bayous and swamps and that sort of thing. So we did that. We both read Tennessee Williams and looked at the movies and everything to kind of catch a feel for the sound of it. The magic of what we do is that you can move anything anywhere that you want to and make it isolated.
You know, people might just say anything to try and save their skin. And the Bible says we must stand alone, because we damn sure gonna see.
Steve said it best. Steve said it in an interview a couple months ago that most people dig themselves a trench and then they decorate it and they never leave it. And that's what we're trying not to do with Ghost Brothers.
The last thing I want to do is phone anything in. Yep. This gives me a chance to really get out there, and at least I got a buddy to go out there with. We got our hearts out on this, I guess.
Yep. For me, it's already a success. I've made a really good friend here with this guy.
Yeah, thanks.
And this guy, you know, he does what I tell him to do. So.
That's right. No, I go along with that, you know, because I made a good friend here with John. I really enjoy him, and I'm kind of in awe of the talent and what he can do. I want to please people. That's why I've been around for a long time. That's why John's been around for a long time. We like to entertain. And if people come here to this show and clap their hands, we got a success. If people clap their hands and stand up, we got a big success. That's all.
That's what keeps us honest to ourselves. We don't work for anybody.
The truth looks so far